Right, the Northwest Passage has been successfully navigated by a handful of sailing vessels in the last 100-odd years. Clearly, this is no easy feat, even in modern times. However, one man is setting out on a journey across it. He's actually right in the middle of the journey, and he's stopping in this morning to talk about it. We're talking about a 2-year journey through the Northwest Passage. He's here with us this morning, Michael Johnson. Michael, thank you for coming in. Appreciate it. So we were talking right before the break about where this is, what's going on. But I got to tell you, when I saw Northwest Passage, I had to do some research, and I got a feeling I'm not the only one. So could you tell us a little bit about what the Northwest Passage is? Yeah,
the Northwest Passage is a sea route that basically goes above Arctic, Canada, and Alaska. It's approximately 5,000 miles from the Arctic Circle to the Arctic Circle on the Atlantic to the Pacific, or vice versa. And there's possibly 7 routes through there, through a labyrinth of islands that are all called the Northwest Passage. There's some slight variations. Okay. But basically, you know, that's it. And the problem getting through there is ice. You know, that's what has always been the problem.
Right.
And many people have the idea that with global warming, it must be getting easier up there every year. But that's simply not true on a year-by-year basis. Like, for example, last year there was 60-some% more sea ice up there than there was the year before. So there's a lot of variation up there.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what is it about this passage? Is it the challenge of sailing that prompts you to do it? How was it developed? Because I would imagine there've got to be easier routes. I'm as far from a sailor as you possibly get. Being a native New Mexican in a landlocked state, what drives you to take this passage?
Well, that route was sought for over 400 years. It was sought initially, but primarily by the British, as a quicker route to the Orient, avoiding going around the bottom of South America, Cape Horn. Okay. And many hundreds of people, you know, looked for that passage, both in terms of from the east and from the west. And in the middle of the 19th century, about 1854, some 120-some people just went missing up there. The Franklin expedition that simply disappeared up there. And that brought about a huge search effort, both American and British, looking for these people, which basically helped to eliminate a lot of the mystery of the actual passage, where it was and what it was.
Gotcha.
In 1903, 1906, Roald Amundsen, Norwegian, was the first sailing vessel to get through there, the first vessel to get through there.
Really?
Took him 3 years.
Wow.
So
you're
it
looking
is
at
a challenge.
about a 2-year trek, is that right? Now you're about halfway through it. You were telling me you're roughly, just to sort of put it in perspective, you guys are roughly right about where eastern Montana would be? Yeah,
we started from the Chesapeake Bay in Virginia, went up around Newfoundland, up the coast of Greenland, and crossed over through this labyrinth to Cambridge Bay, which is about halfway. And we're about 2,000 miles from that point to Nome, Alaska, which would be the end of the passage.
Gotcha.
It's from the Arctic Circle to the Arctic Circle,
gotcha,
from one side to the other.
Okay. Now, you were talking about the seasons of this. Because you're so far north, there are certain times of the day where it's near sunlight, 24 hours, and then over 30 days of darkness on the other side of the coin. So where are we in the season of making this passage?
Well, we would be, you know, you'd be in the summer, but the season is short because it's the late summer up there when this ice all starts to break up and you can actually navigate. So the navigational season up there is fairly short. It's 7 to 8 weeks.
Okay.
We'll go back up there July 10th, and we'll be up there probably until the first part of October.
Wow. This is incredible. You've seen those photos there. It's just absolutely mind-blowing. Michael, we appreciate you coming and spending time with us this morning, and obviously wish you and your crew the best of luck.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Pleasure to meet you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.